You've got to help me. Our office is overflowing with documents, and I'm not sure what we should do about it. I think scanning is the way to go, but I'm not sure where to begin.
Not a problem at all, Jane. I would love to run through our secure document scanning process with you, but are there any specific questions you would like me to address?
Well, for starters, we have all different types of media, including standard paper documents, large format drawings, bound books, and even some old microfilm, microfiche, and aperture cards. All the information is critical to our business. Will we be able to scan all of it?
That's not a problem at all, Jane. The scanning department at MES Hybrid Document Systems is able to handle virtually any form of media, including all the formats you've just mentioned. Let me tell you a little bit about our process and feel free to ask questions along the way. To start with, MES recommends that a small collection of your files be digitalized as a test run. This will enable us to give you an accurate assessment of the project. This test run serves multiple purposes. First, it allows us to recommend the use of barcode header sheets and database lookups where suitable to reduce data entry costs.
So you could utilize our existing client database to reduce indexing costs?
That's correct. Secondly, the test run will give us an accurate representation of the timing required so we can plan accordingly to meet your desired completion timeframe. And lastly, it will allow us to accurately price your project so there's no surprises down the road.
That all makes perfect sense to me.
After the test run has been completed and the project specifications agreed upon, the next step is to arrange for delivery of your original documents. This is typically done using our own staff and vehicles to ensure the highest level of security.
We have our own drivers on staff. Could we utilize them?
Certainly, Jane. That's not a problem at all. After the documents have arrived at MES, they are immediately inventoried and stored in our secure holding room, nicknamed the Cage. Once the job begins, one box of records per document preparation clerk is removed at a time, and these documents are prepared for scanning. This process can include removal of staples and paper clips, unfolding documents, adding barcode cover sheets, and refiling the documents in the original file folders. Once completed, the documents are ready for scanning.
Could you tell me a little bit about the scanning equipment that you use at MES?
Of course! Scanning will be performed with the latest technology in our industry. Our scanners run at speeds of 240 images per minute to ensure the highest volume capture. Additionally, we use Kofax Virtual Rescan software, which will ensure the highest image quality from virtually any document. All of our scanners are professionally maintained by our factory-trained service technicians.
I'm getting excited about scanning. What's next?
Well, the next step is to index the scanned images. We can index the documents in a variety of different methods, including database lookups like we discussed earlier. We can perform OCR, or optical character recognition, on the documents, which is a process of the computer reading the text on the page and extracting the index values. And we can even manually type the information when required.
What about quality control? How can I be certain all my images have been captured and the quality meets our high standards?
Excellent question, Jane. At MES, we strive to produce the highest level of quality in everything we do. That is why we QC the images at every step along the way. Scanning, indexing, and finally 100% quality control inspections performed before your images are returned.
Wow, and I thought our company was picky about quality.
Once all the steps are completed, we return the digital images and index values to you via CD, DVD, or external hard drive. We hold your original documents in our cage for 60 days after the project to give you an opportunity to review the images. After those 60 days, you can continue to store the documents with us, have them returned to your facility, or have them destroyed using our on-site shredder.
What happens if we have a disaster at our office and lose the images?
We maintain a copy of your images on our servers for 6 months after the project has been completed, and can provide you with another copy in the event of a disaster. Well, that's pretty much our process. Do you have any questions I forgot to cover?
Just one. I keep hearing about all these different file formats: TIFF, JPEG, PDF. How do I know which is right for us? And does MES supply images in all these formats?
What a great question, Jane. I can't believe I forgot to mention that. When it comes to file formats, we can work with you to provide the files in any format you require. However, for maximum compatibility, we typically recommend the two industry standard formats, TIFF or PDFA, which is the new archival standard for electronic images.
This is fantastic. I really appreciate you spending the time with me today to discuss our paper nightmare. I'll definitely be sending some sample documents to MES for a test run.
That's great to hear, Jane, and remember, if you need more information, you can always visit us online at mesltd.ca, and don't forget our company motto, MES Hybrid Document Systems, offering peace of mind, not pieces of paper.